Hi guys, welcome back to Mom's Time. In today's video, I'm going to be teaching you about how bad Kapalbhati is for you. And I'm going to give you all the evidence that Kapalbhati is not the best exercise for you. So let's get started.
Welcome to Mom's Time.
Now, Kapalbhati is a very complex form of pranayam. In yoga, breathing exercise fall under pranayam. It is the fourth stage of the Ashtanga yoga and it's a very advanced yoga practice. And trust me when I say this, you cannot learn it by watching something on TV, by watching a YouTube tutorial, or by blindly following a yogi guru who's teaching you all of this. It is actually an advanced spiritual and yogic tool, okay? And what it is not a quick fix six-pack app formula. It is not a cure-all option as it is advertised by Baba Ramdev. Sir, you tried to sell us Dantkanti, you tried to sell us Coronil. Please do not sell us Kapalbhati because it is endangering lives. There is a quote in the Vedas when translated goes like this. Just like an elephant, a lion and a tiger can be tamed slowly and gradually, in the same way, a yoga student should try to tame his breath slowly or else it will kill the practitioner. In the year 2008, there were 31 cases of heart attack related to Kapalbhati, caused by Kapalbhati, not related to Kapalbhati. They were caused by Kapalbhati in 1 year alone, and that is, the doctor said it is because of the reckless practice of Kapalbhati. That was the statement they gave. In fact, I'll tell you a little more about the fact. This was reported by the Asian Heart Institute. The medical director of the Asian Institute gave a statement that they have found 100% correlation between unsupervised exercise and cardiac failure. Most experts say that recklessly practicing Kapalbhati can at the very least make you seriously ill. And I'm going to take a break and let this information sink in. Something we thought that yoga is harmless. It is. If practiced well, it is going to be super beneficial. I'm going to let this information sink in. People out there are getting heart attacks because of Kapalbhati, unsupervised Kapalbhati. Now, it is practiced so commonly in India. You'll see people doing it at the park. You will see your grandfather do it at home. You'll see your father doing it at home. There are people in hostels who are very conscious who are doing it. It is so, I can't even say widespread, I'll say rampant in India. In fact, the man who brought it to our homes claims that Kapalbhati can cure cancer, blood pressure disorders, heart ailments, baldness, impotence, and even homosexuality. Yes, Baba Ramdev said this in 2009. Now, this brings us to the important question. Shall we not do Kapalbhati at all? What is the answer to that? No, if you have been trained to do it, you can continue practicing Kapalbhati if you have been trained by a proper yoga instructor and not YouTube or the television. It is not who can do it that is important, it is who should not do it that is more important. And I'm going to give you the list. The benefits are not important right now. It is very beneficial when you are trained properly in Ashtanga Yoga. Who all should not do it? People with heart problems, high blood pressure, vertigo. Vertigo is that the chakkar that you get where you feel like you're losing your balance. That is vertigo. Hernia. I'm sure if you have that bulge which you cough and it comes out further, that is called hernia. Your doctor will tell you if you have a hernia or not. Epilepsy, the seizure disorder, that shaking disorder where you get fits, that is called epilepsy, and any other related brain problems. These people should not, absolutely not practice Kapalbhati. Yogis say that if yoga students insist they want to learn, the trainer teaches them to do it for 20 to 30 counts. That's about it. Just 20 to 30 repetitions, not more than that. The 200 and 1,000 repetitions that they teach you on television, that they teach you on YouTube is pure nonsense. It is not just nonsense, it's inhumane to put yourself through that. Geeta Iyengar, I'm going to read this out to you right now. Geeta Iyengar of Iyengar School of Yoga in her Pune Institute has taught Kapalbhati only once. Just once. That's it. And you know why she did that? It was a cold December morning in her Pune institute, and all her students were having stuffy noses because of the cold weather. And she taught them that too in a very controlled manner to free up their sinuses and continue practicing yoga. And to end my video, I'm going to say Kapalbhati is like a strong dose of antibiotics. You don't take it every day, and you take it only and only if prescribed by your doctor. That's all for today from Momstein. Stay tuned. I'm going to be continuing with these topics. There are a lot of topics I have planned out. I have been receiving complaints from some of my subscribers that you're doing only mom-centric content. So I'm going to try to mix it up. And yeah, that's all for today from Momstein. Take care, guys. Bye-bye. Take a deep breath.